Wow, what a day. Check out my beautiful new necklace. Isn't this gorgeous? These are olive shells. The lady here at the camp where I'm at, her name is Lawanda Green. She gave this to me just out of the generosity of her heart. I had gone over to the beach, which is just a walk just that away a little bit, and I picked up some really cool shells. I'd like to show you if I can. And she came over to collect rent for the night. This is the first night I've had electricity all week, I think. So I made some some oats for the next 3 days, and that was cooking. And she came over and knocked on the door, and I told her I'd gone to the beach and found these beautiful shells, and she said these ones they call Chinese hats. She's a native here. I'm at Neah Bay, Neah Bay. And these shells only show up on the North Shore up here. And I don't know who made this, but she did an amazing job. And it's beautiful. And Lawanda thought I needed it. So I'm like, oh, I have to give you something back. And all I could think of and find real fast was a peacock feather. And it's just a little tiny peacock feather. And then I gave her one of my cards so that she could follow me. Check out this hagstone. Isn't this great? It's really square with a circle in it. Anyway, it took me forever to get to Neah Bay. Turns out that last night I was way up in the hills. It was only 10 miles, but it took me 45 minutes to get down to the main road again. One of the things I found that I really like is just, it's like as small as a fingernail piece of corn or something. It's real flat, but it's super soft. It's a seashell that's just been worn by the ocean. It's so cool. So anyway, I finally get down out of this terribly high place and decide that, well, I need to get back on the 101 so that I can finish my trip around the coast. Well, one of the things that Lawanda suggested was that I go up to the point, okay, and it's like a 20-minute hike up the hill once you get there. She told me the name of it. It might come back to me in a minute. It might not. Anyway, that you can see where the sound and the strait merge and meet each other. And I'm like, all right, so it's going to take me forever to get to Everson, but that's okay. Once I got parked here, I had about 20 guys watching me try to back into a spot. And 2 of them were trying to give me advice, and they just wandered away. And then 2 others finally got me in, and they're like, "We'll just do it for you." And I'm like, "No, tell me how. Teach me. I have to learn." And the young guy is like, "You're right. You do have to learn." I'm like, "Yes, I am right. Thank you for acknowledging that. Just a second." I thought there was a spot on my roof, but it was a spot on my camera. Such a dark. Anyway, once I finally got parked, and I'm parked pretty darn well, I might say, I walked 1/10 of a mile up the road, and I got some smoked salmon soup, some buck rice bread, and a piece of blackberry pie. I'd not ever heard of buckskin rice before. Buckskin rice. And Lawanda was telling me that there's a lady that used to teach here that she used to work with, and they made this huge big cookbook on stone soup and fish soup and buckskin rice bread. So I am just beyond tickled This is so cool and so amazingly generous. She had this on the rear view of her mirror, and I just showed her my seashells, and she's like, "Well, did you find any of these?" And I was like, "I don't know." And I showed her, and she goes, "No, you don't have any. Let me show you what they are." And so she went out to her car, and she got this that was hanging on her rear view, and she says, "I'm just gonna give it to you." So she came in. We chatted for a while about all kinds of things. I am just high as a kite and stone cold sober. It's just, wow. Lawanda, you're an angel and you have made this trip super duper special. So thank you. And to the guys that were trying to help me back up, and those that got frustrated, and those that, followed me through, I will learn. I will get there. I just need guidance. And it actually was helpful today because they're like, turn your steering wheel right, turn your steering wheel left. Instead of going this way, go this way. Because I don't know what that means exactly. I mean, I can try to go that way, but then they're like, no, 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 no. I'll get there. I'll be a pro before this is all said and done. But I'm just having an most amazing and beautiful day. And even though I did do the numbers, and budget-wise, it's really good that I'm going to be parked for a couple of weeks because I'm running out of money. This is really good for me budget-wise to figure out what I'm spending money on and how much I'm spending on gas. In 5 days, I've spent almost $500 in gas. That's a lot of money. But that's okay, because I'm having fun and I'm meeting new people, and I have this amazing olive shell necklace. She was telling me, Lawanda was, that she had made graduation caps out of wood, and and she has a basket that, I don't know how big it is, but it's like a sampler of all of her mom's or her grandmom's patterns, like the canoe and an eagle, and just different things. And so she's got this basket, and that's the only thing that she wanted from her grandma was this basket that was like a sampler, like when I was 8 and I was learning how to do sewing. She also loves my jeans, that my bell bottoms that I made. I'm so blessed. And she's like, "You're doing this by yourself?" She has like 36 grandchildren. She had 8 kids, and she has 36 grandbabies. A new one was born this year. I can't even imagine. I can't. She said from now on, she's just going to do 1 birthdays. She'll do 1 last Christmas, but you can't do 8 kids and 36 grandbabies every year for Christmas. That's a lot of money. Hi, Apache. I am blessed. That's what I am. I am blessed. Thank you, Lawanda. Lawanda Green from Neah Bay, Washington, USA. Are my curtains pretty? I just love my curtains. All right. What am I doing? I don't know. I just I really need an editor. Do someone want to edit my videos for me? Because